Hello everyone, Hypersquiz here, and welcome back to my Yogscast series, or Yogscast Complete series. There's a few things I'm going to cover today, the main one being the digital miner, which is what I want to get upgraded or in place by the end of this episode. But first things first, let's go through a few of the changes from the last episode. I've, of course, got a few more machinery bits in here. I've got the main processing line that I built last time, and I've put a couple of extra machines in that do not auto-eject, so I can just use them as I need. I've upgraded some of the cabling because the standard cabling doesn't transport enough power. So I've got the advanced universal cable behind most of this. Apart from these two, it doesn't need to be any more on that. So that's what I've done there. If we come down here, you can see I've done a bit of an upgrade on my power system. I was finding that the one bank of generators wasn't quite enough. So I've upgraded that again. I've got two more banks over here. And you can hear they keep ticking over and whirring away. And I've also upgraded this to an advanced energy cube, which stores a nice large sum, or 3.2 million RF, which will do me for now, and outputs a lot more as well. So what else is there? So there's that. I've got this extra room here, which is behind this piston door, with a missing plank in the floor randomly, but I'll sort that out. This is going to be possibly where I put my big reactor, because the problem I've got is the digital miner actually uses a hell of a lot of power. I don't think these generators that I've got are going to generate enough power to do it. So I'll build a big reactor. I may build a small one, a small big reactor. That doesn't make much sense, but yes. First, then we'll see how it goes from there. So that's what I'm thinking of putting in that room. If I don't do that, then maybe I'll turn that into like a launch room for rockets. I'm not sure yet. Down here under the stairs, I've got a little room. This is where I'm going to just stick the digital miner for now. Just going to bung it in this room underneath the house where it can dig away, or it can gather resources from the surrounding area. So that's what this room's for. We're just going to bung it in here, run a pipe out, possibly. I'm not sure how to do it. I might use some other method of getting the materials out and run them up to my machine upstairs to run through this process. Yes, so let's begin on this. I've got a few things on my list for the digital miner. There's a few other things it needs as well. These are just the large components. I decided just to list those. So the first thing I need to look at is atomic cores. Now, I should have everything I need for this. And if you go to digital miner, you've got these atomic cores. I believe it uses 7 of them in total, which is literally obsidian dust, enriched alloys, osmium dust, and diamonds, which I should have the materials for. I don't need 16 of them though. Let's make 7 for now. Not a problem. Okay, that's that bit done. So we can take down atomic cores off of there. Next thing we need is the logistical sorter pipes, which are these ones. I've already made some control circuits, or the basic circuit boards. I should have plenty in my inventory. I've got the control circuits. I've got everything I need for that, so I should be able to click on that and get 2 of them. They don't stack, unfortunately, but there we go. That's 2. The steel casings are an easy one. I should have everything I need for that. I do need an osmium ingot, but as you can see, I've got plenty of materials. This is all the stuff that I put through my machine system from the last episode, so I've got plenty of that. So let's go back to here. I can get the steel casing. That's not a problem. I need teleportation cores. These require a few extra materials, but again, I should have everything I need for those. I need 2 of them. So then I want to build the robot next. I need to build an electrical chest, or electric chest, which I should again have everything for. It's just the control circuit, chest, steel, and glass. Build one of them. No problem. Back to the robot. Need some of these energy tablets, which again, nice and easy. Should be able to build 2 of them, no problem. Then I need. Actually, I should have everything I need for that. I should have obsidian ingots as well. Ooh, I haven't. I've got obsidian. I've got refined obsidian dust, which I believe you just smelt up. Oh, you have to compress to get. Ooh, okay. So I need to get the obsidian ingots. Let's see. We've got osmium compressor. There we go. And that's really easy to do, so I should be able to just. What? I need another crafting bench now. Let's build another one of those quickly. Hang on. There we go. On the corner here, I should be able to make an osmium compressor as with what I've got now. I'm going to have to make another steel casing now, but it's not a problem. And I'll just bung that over here, just so I've got it. So let's stick the refined osmium in there, a couple of ingots. Okay, what's missing? Because that's not working. How many do you need? You probably need more than one. Oh, no, there you go. You need osmium in the below bit. There's my problem. Okay, so 2 osmium in there. That'll crush that up into ingots really noisily. Wow, that's loud. Right, that's that out of the way. So I need to make another steel casing because I used up the one from earlier, so we can do that quickly. Go. Right, I should be able to put those in there, get the row bit, and now I should be able to shift click. Maybe not. It's not going to work. Okay, so let's just place these in. I need to check where they need to go. So that goes up the top. We've got 2 of these. At the top, we need the 2 sorters, we need the teleportation, and then we need a steel casing. There we go. Digital miner. That is it built. So let's go head down to my little room down here where I was going to place it. And we can just stick it down there for now. It's quite a big device. Scary looking thing. It requires a bit of configuring first. So I'm going to gather the cabling and other materials I need to get this up and running. And then I'll be right back. Right, so I'm back and I've crafted up a few materials. I've got a few things together that should do the job for what I want to do. First thing being the advanced universal cable, which I'm going to run from my cube, my power cube, to my machine, to the digital miner. I've also got some item ducts so I can transport things around. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to configure things yet. Some pneumatic servos so that I can pump out of these item ducts without having to use a lever. Which basically is very handy because it means I can just get rid of this lever, for example. I can, with an empty hand, I think it is, or not with an empty hand, no, with a pneumatic servo, if I right click on that, I can then right click on this, and you can set it up to pull things out of this, basically. I'm going to set it to low, so it's enabled, so that will just pull anything out of this chest for now. You can configure it with a filter as well, and stacks as well, so it can only pull certain things, but I'm just going to leave it completely standard, so it just pulls whatever's in that chest. Yeah, that's pretty much that. Right, so, actually, I think about it, I also do want a couple of chests for the miner downstairs. I'm not sure if you can connect item ducts directly up to the digital miner or not. It's something I can try later on, but for now I'm going to have like little buffer chests. And I also want a whole load of cobblestone, and I'll explain why in a short while. Right, now let's head downstairs and see if we can't get this digital miner hooked up. Now, I'm going to want to run it from this side. This is my output. These will need upgrading because they're not powerful enough to transport enough power for the digital miner. So if I run that back like that, that's going to drag a whole load of power out because it has to fill up these power cables. What I'm going to do, I'm going to see. Now I'm just going to dig out this wall so I can get to the cabling. Because what I can do is I can create covers, or I can hide the cabling in the wall. For now, let's just get it in place so I can show you. I know I can spend some time making it look pretty later on. For now, I'm really just want to get it working. I'm not too fussed about making it look good. That's the way I work. I do that. I get things working, then off camera, I make it look pretty for you. So when you come back, everything's looking all good. Like this power setup down here, that was done completely off camera. Once it was up and running, at least anyway. And then just made it look and work better and more efficiently. Right, if I do that to there, that should connect up and give this power. There we go, so we now have power in the digital miner. Before I start this running though, I'm going to want to put a chest up on top of there. And I'm going to stick a chest on its butt end there. Now, the idea is it pulls, or it teleports ores from around the world, or within a certain radius, and dumps the ores into this chest. And this chest up here, it pulls, or it's going, once I can actually open it, it's going to pull this cobblestone, and whenever it replaces an ore, or whenever it takes out an ore, it will replace it with one of the cobblestone from this chest. The idea being you don't end up with loads of holes in your world where mobs can spawn underground, because that can cause all sorts of issues with mob spawning, and it's just not worth the hassle. So there we go. That's done. But what I will need to do is configure this, and I also want to try pumping the materials out and up here. So if I take them here, on the other side of there, I'm going to have to figure out some hiding methods here. But basically, if I take this item duct to there, that will connect to, well, eventually I'll set it so it's connected to the chest up there. Let's bring this down here. I can run this back along here. Take out these again. All the way back to the chest right here. I've got plenty of ducts, so I can just go right down and keep it all in the walls. Try and make it easier to hide. There we go. Okay, can disable that. There we go. And I want that pulling out. Right, let's get this pipe run. So the idea being, I want to just drag all the materials upstairs. I don't know if I'm going to put them straight into that chest as yet, but I'll have a think about that. Because what I'll want to do is I'll need to sort my materials out. Because what comes out of this mine won't necessarily all need to go into my production facility. So what I can do, let's get a pneumatic servo on here so I can just enable that. So anything that ends up in that chest will get pulled out. And for now, just to show you how this works, what I'll do is I will configure. I want to set the radius to the maximum, which I believe if you just type in like a high number, if you just type in 99, it will set to the maximum, which is 32. And I want to take from a minimum height, which is the lowest area it will dig from, to the highest point it will dig from. And if I set that to 255, that will be basically anything from ground level up to really high in the sky. Right, next thing I want to do, Ore Dictionary, I want to configure this to take specific things. Now, I haven't done this for a while. So what you can do, I think you can do star ore. Oh, no, that's not it. Star or star, maybe. There you go. And that will dig up any kind of ore in the game. That's your basic setting for this machine. That's the best way to use it, I find. But I don't want to do that. So I'm going to literally just set it to, I think it's ore iron, I think. Just as an example. And that will specifically dig up iron. It's digging up iron and gravel iron ore, which I don't really want the gravel iron ore, but I can filter that out in a minute. So there we go, we'll save that. So it's just digging up iron. We can go back to just an example. We've got full power. The buttons here, which are quite cool. You've got the reset button, which resets the machine after it's been started. You have to reset the machine. If you start the machine running, you have to reset it after stopping the machine before you can change the config again. So that's what that does. The auto eject means it will automatically eject into that chest on its butt. So I want to turn that on. As you can see, it's turned on over here. Silk touch, that's obviously if you want to dig up diamonds as ore or redstone as ore. I don't need that for the iron, so I'll leave that off. And auto pull, I want to turn on. That's pulling from this top chest. Right. That is essentially that. So we've got the cobblestone in there to pull down. Material should go into there. This item duct should pull, but I need to quickly check the other end. I don't think I've connected up to the chest yet, no. So if I dig that out, let's quickly sleep so I'm not exposed to the elements. There we go, that should stop me getting killed by random creatures. Okay, let's see. If I take that out, I'm going to have to do a bit of reworking on this wall, I think. Right, I don't want it to connect to there, so we can remove that. Right click on it, and we want items to go into this chest. So there we go. Items go in there, and I've got it set up so that iron will come up there, and whatever will come out of this. Basically, this is just pulling anything. But that's fine. That's that. And we can leave the rest of it for now. So just an example. Let's get this running. It's all configured. We hit start, and we're away. It's telling me there's 1,966 iron ore in this area to mine, and it will keep mining that until it runs out, or it will slow down when it runs out of power. But it looks like the power's actually keeping up for now. If we check the power cube, currently I'm actually generating enough power to run it, but that's because I'm not using Silk Touch. What I will want to do when I dig up diamonds and things is use Silk Touch, which uses a hell of a lot more power. But for now, that's fine. So if we go to the back here, it should be digging up iron ore, which I'm probably not seeing, but it's probably getting pulled straight away. Let's go upstairs and see if any iron ore has reached our production line. Okay, doesn't appear to be anything in there. Oh no, wait, there we go. We're getting iron ore, and it's going into there. And there it goes. That's great, so that's working fine. Now this is all good, well and good, but there is one issue. And that is the digital miner is going to mine things quicker than this can process. So I need to get these machines upgraded, and rather than just putting more speed upgrades in them, which is fine to a point, but yeah, it's not particularly efficient, I'm going to upgrade these machines to factories instead. Now I should have everything I need for that. Let's go quickly turn off the digital miner, because I don't want it pulling materials while I'm trying to configure this. So if we just click stop, that'll pause and just... And of course, if you want to change the config, as I was saying, you have to hit the reset button, then you can reconfigure it, which is fine. Okay, so if I head back up here, wait for these materials that are in here to run through. Shouldn't take too long. I can start setting up the materials I need. As you can see here, you've got the basic factories, which I'm going to do first. Off camera I'll do the advanced factories and maybe even elite ones, I'm not sure yet, but I'll just set up basic factories for now so you can get an idea. So I need gold dust, circuits, enriched alloy, and the machine I want to upgrade, so that's nice and easy. So I just stick if I grab these, I've got loads of these, I can bung those in there. I need gold either side, and control circuits all the way around like so. There you go, they've got plenty, so I can just bung the machines in there as I go. So let's just pull that out for a minute. That should run through there, no problem. Let's do the purification chamber first. So if I shift right click on that, so I can pick it up, and I can bung that in here. There it is, if I can find the machine. That'll create a basic factory that is just a basic factory containing a purification chamber. So here we go. Purification chamber, it's kept all its upgrades in it because I shift right clicked it, so it's all good. What you want to do with these is you want to stick auto sort on, which will spread the load of ores across all three of these. So if I stick these iron ores back in here, you'll see that they'll go in and they'll split across the whole lot, which is fine, but I don't want to actually do that yet because right now I want to upgrade the rest of these machines. So let's do this. Let's grab this one. And the advantage to doing it this way and doing the shift right click is all these machines should still hold their configuration. So this should still, I believe, be set to... Oh no, it loses... Okay, it loses its eject, but that's not a problem, that's fine. It keeps all its upgrades, but it loses the ejects. So let's stick auto eject back on. It needs to eject out of... Okay, it needs to eject blue outside, etc. Oh, I'll reconfigure this in a second. I'll go through in config. There we go. We can just go through, we can upgrade all these machines. Okay, so here we go. With the machines all set up, we should get the ore go into here, splits it across the three, that gets processed, sends it to the next factory again, splits it across the three, which gets processed. Then again, splits it across three, gets processed. Ooh, and this one's not configured properly, but it's it. Auto eject, there we go. Again, splits it across, processes, and then we want it to auto eject out into the chest. And then we have an upgraded system, so that's running a little bit more efficient and can handle larger amounts of ores. Okay, well, I think that's been a fairly productive day. This is all working nicely. The digital miner, I can just set doing iron. I don't really need this much iron, but I'll reconfigure it to do other stuff in a moment. The ores go into the machinery, run through, and should easily be able to keep up with the system. I may start needing more power soon, because these machines, especially when I upgrade into the advanced ones, do need more power. So that'll be for next time. I'll be doing the take all those off. We'll be doing the big reactor to get everything powered nicely. Okay, well, I think that's all I've got time for today, so I'm going to have to say thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed this episode, please drop me a like. If you can see more of this sort of thing, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!